Chapter 2: Cyber Crimes. What is a cybercrime? The word cyber is a prefix which, when put before a word, denotes that the word is related to computers or computer networks. Consequently, the term cybercrime refers to a crime which in some way is related to computers or computer networks. It is also known by many other names such as computer crime, e-crime, high-tech crime, or electronic crime. Before proceeding on to discuss more about cybercrime, let us try to learn a proper definition of it. Cybercrime refers to a criminal activity where a computer or computer network serves as either a tool of crime or target of crime or both. The most common cyber crimes are software piracy, hacking, email bombing, malicious code, virus, Trojan, worm attacks, and logic bombs. Unauthorized access, software piracy. Software piracy is the act of illegally copying of a software. It is the number one computer crime both in terms of money involved and the number of people involved. Software worth $10 to $15 billion is pirated each year. Many pirated software contain dangerous computer viruses which may seriously hamper the working of the computer. This is a well-known fact all over the world. Still, people go in for the pirated software. This fact raises a question. Why do people copy software illegally? The answer to this question lies in the following facts. Software is expensive. Pirating rather than paying for it suits the people more. Pirating is easy. A single command copies a software. Using pirated software can put your computer at risk of being infected by viruses. Software development companies invest much time and money in producing software. These companies pay heavily to the programmers for writing program codes. If everyone pirates the end product, companies cannot recover their investment. This will eventually lead to the closing down of the software companies. Preventing the software piracy. Software piracy is extremely harmful for the growth of the software industry. Almost all the countries of the world have enacted laws to deal with this problem. We from our end can do the following to stop this menace from further affecting the interests of the software companies. Do not buy or use pirated software. always buy a licensed software. Buying a licensed software not only safeguards you from being part of cybercrime, but it also makes you eligible to receive a number of other services from the manufacturer. Do not download copies of the software illegally from the internet. Hacking. Hacking is the act of breaking into computer systems and networks and gaining unauthorized access to the information stored in the computer systems. The person who performs the act of hacking is called a hacker. Before having any further discussion on this topic, be clear of one thing, that all hacking is not done with malicious intentions, and all hackers are not bad people who are out there to damage the accessed computer or steal the information it stores. Most of the times, hackers break into systems just for the fun of it, or to experience the thrill of rising up to the challenge of breaking into the security systems installed on the computer or network to protect it from unauthorized access. Sometimes, the companies who make security software for the computers and network systems also take services of the hackers to discover weaknesses in their software. Hacking becomes an offense or a crime if a hacker, after gaining unauthorized access, tries to steal information from the system, destroys or disfigures the information, or causes any other harm to the system or the people associated with the system. Anti-hacking software available in the market safeguard your computer from being accessed by hackers. Email bombing. Email bombing refers to the sending of an excessive amount of unwanted emails to a particular mail ID. The mail ID may belong to a person or a company. Email bombing generally results in the email account of the affected individual or mail server of the affected company or email service provider crashing down. The email bombing is something that takes place on the internet almost every day. In many instances, the messages are large and constructed from meaningless data. It may be combined with email spoofing, which changes the identity of the account sending the email, making it more difficult to determine who actually has sent the email. Email bombing may be targeted to a particular person, that is, email ID of a particular person, or to a specific company or email service provider. Email bombing is a serious offense, as when mail servers of a company or email service provider crash, it affects thousands of people who want to communicate with the company or want to use the services of the email servers for sending urgent mails. Ways to prevent email bombing. Here are a few ways which may help you to prevent email bombing. If you are a company and having an intranet, getting a firewall installed on your computer network offers a degree of safety from email bombing. educate people about the harmful consequences of email bombing so that people refrain from indulging in the act. Virus, worm, Trojan attacks and logic bombs. There are some mini software or programs which are written with the intention of causing harm to a computer system and the information stored in it. These program threats are called malicious codes. Malicious codes are of many types and can be classified into the following main types. Viruses. Viruses are the malicious programs which attach themselves to other program files and to other computers on a network. They usually affect the data on a computer either by altering it or deleting it completely. The VBS_love letter virus and the Melissa virus are two most deadly viruses of their time, which affected millions of computers across the world and caused damages of about 7,500 crore rupees. Worms. Worms, unlike viruses, do not need a host, which is program files with extensions .exe, .sys, etc. It is a code that keeps on replicating itself, that is, keeps on making copies of itself. It fills up all the memory space on the computer. This eventually leaves no space to store the data and run programs, making the computer non-functional. Trojans. Trojans are the malicious codes which declare or show themselves to be some useful program or file, but contain a destructive program inside. For example, an e-card sent to you by a person may contain a Trojan inside. When you open the e-card, the Trojan silently gets installed on your computer. It damages your programs and files silently, and till the time you notice it, a lot of damage has already been done. Logic bombs. A logic bomb is a malicious program that waits for some specific event to occur. When that particular event occurs, the bomb becomes active and executes the action it is programmed for. We can protect our computer system from the attack of the above-mentioned malicious codes by following the measures given below. Installing a good antivirus program on the computer and updating it regularly. Keeping Write Protect tabs on all system disks. Avoiding the use of pirated software. And scanning all external storage devices like CDs, floppy disks, DVDs, pen drives, etc. for viruses before using them on the computer. Unauthorized access. Unauthorized access means accessing the information or files without having the authority or permission to do so. We can protect or safeguard our computer against unauthorized access in the following ways. Keeping authorization checks. Authorization of a user can be checked by keeping passwords or login IDs. Users are given unique login ID and passwords for their identification, and users who are not able to enter correct password do not get access to files. Using firewall. A firewall is the term that refers to hardware or software which are used to restrict access to information on a network. Firewalls are used by companies and organizations to restrict access to specific users.
End of chapter. Click here to go to the next chapter.